Welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends. We're going to be doing the Fire Knight boss here. We're just going to kind of go a little bit more in depth um, with the build that I'm currently doing to run stage 25. Most of the time I've been running stage 21 with my more sustained build, but I've got a new build. We're going to try out stage 25 next. Alright, so here we are, stage 25. We've got Deacon, Allure, Ninja, and Astron and Countess Lix, our control goddess and god here right now. Let's take a look, see what the stats are. Alright, so first thing, Ninja, he's in a broken set, but he does have Resilience on to get him an extra 10% defense and HP, which is important because he's got a low defense rating here, and he's pretty low in the HP as well. I do wish that was around 40,000 here rather than where we're at currently, but I did have to sacrifice a little bit of HP to get currently his debuff accuracy up over 300. We'll try to fix that down the line, but it is what it is now. So 31,000 hit points, 4,300 attack, 2,100 defense, 211. Oh my goodness.
Are you stupid or something?
88 crit rate, 253 crit damage, 114 resistance, 306 accuracy. We then have so Astralon and Countess Lix. Astralon, he's been kid like this for a while. I don't think I'll change him anytime soon. Here, stats 33,000 hit points, 3,800 attack, 1,500 defense, 193 speed. We've got 106 crit rate, 167 crit damage, 97 resistance, 281 accuracy. We then have Countess Lix. Full perception gear, so she's really well kitted here. We've got 39,000 hit points, 2,700 attack, 2,300 defense, 202 speed, 87 crit rate, 203 crit damage, 150 resistance, and 393. That's insane amount of accuracy there right now. Right now, she is not fully booked out. I wish she was here because she would be way better if she is booked out, but I don't really use her anywhere other than here currently, so I don't really feel a crazy need to book her out particularly fast right now. Here, I will be booking out Ninja 100%. He is not booked out right now, but he will be getting booked out. That is for sure. Another thing we will be doing here will be getting all his masteries set up. Everyone else has their masteries all done here for everybody else, but not him just yet. Alright, so we've got 3 down. Let's take a look at where's Deacon. There's Deacon right there. Kind of, yeah, definitely a mid-game build, but he's got, it's a solid build for mid-game here. 43,000 hit points, for 1,700 attack, 2,600 defense, 190 speed, 80 crit rate, 74 crit damage, 114 resistance, 272 accuracy. You're noticing everything. Sacrificed a little bit of resistance for more accuracy. Reason I did that is because all these guys can stun and control the adds. So you got to think about your build. If you're going more for a CC build, you don't need as much accuracy. You need more accuracy and less resistance here. Obviously, if you're going to go into the Doom Tower, it's a totally different ballgame. You're going to need more resistance, and then someone who can increase your accuracy, because you're going to have to take down your accuracy to increase your resistance, just the way that it goes. Here, if you've got more mid-game gear, which is how I'm running. I'm not buying gear. I don't have unlimited gems, so I can't be running this content all day long on an auto clicker. There, I've got to pick and choose my spots, which is normally when an event is running every 2 weeks here. So that's super important for you guys to understand. That's why my gear isn't ridiculous, but it will be, and it will get to that ridiculous point just over time here. But learn when to run these things and when not to run these things here. Don't just run these things if you're not getting a secondary benefit from it. So Allure, all speed here, a little bit of a broken set otherwise, but she's pretty good. I do like this. Give shield wear 5% shield after attacking, so that's going to help her stay alive a little bit longer. She got 3,300 health points. We've got what, 2,800 attack, 1,700 defense, 214 speed, 92 crit rate, 108 crit damage, 170 resistance, 328 accuracy. So we definitely need that accuracy up so she can hit her A1, which is the only skill I'm going to allow her to use on this boss. Attacks 3 times at random, decreases the target's turn meter by 25% on each hit. Here, ooh, she does not have her masteries done, but literally you don't really need her masteries done at all for her to be of any importance. The only thing I guess I'd run her up to is get her more accuracy, just so she never has to worry about anything like that. And but yeah, that's the only way I would run her. Speed, you can see my speeds aren't like insane on any of these builds here. Like, they're running in between 196, I believe, actually 190 with Deacon here to I think my strongest, my fastest is Allure at 214 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there. So not crazy speeds, but what we're going to do is we're going to increase that speed here with the aura. So 19% increased speed, and that's on the base speed, so that's probably going to give us another 19 for everybody on average. All right, guys, let's give this thing a shot. All right, basis of this team is control here. So as you go up and you get into harder levels, it's all about control and CC here if you want to stay alive. So you can see Ninja here is putting on freezes, he's putting on HP burns. Here it's super huge that he's doing that. We've got Astron here and Count the Slicks, stuns and turn meter decrease. Allure, turn meter decrease only here, so that's why these guys haven't been able to break out of this cycle so far. We've got Deacon, who has a turn meter increase and turn meter decrease, plus takes an extra turn, so he's constantly rolling around his abilities, which is fantastic there. So that's even more CC because he has stun on those hits as well, or a chance to stun on those hits, I should say. Alright, so every hit he does, he has a chance to stun, plus he's getting extra turns. He's ridiculous here in terms of his abilities and how to roll around. So if you have him, definitely build him out. But yeah, this is a very specialized team for this particular battle because of the way I kind of control the adds here. Because I don't want to get hit. Like, I don't have crazy gear where I have lots of resistance and a crazy amount of damage and a crazy amount of defense. I definitely don't want to bring an increased defense person into this team because if I do, then most times what I've seen don't have too many damage, increase defense guys who have multiple hits on their A1. Here, just from what I've seen. I'm sure there's some out there, but yeah, I haven't seen them, or I'm just not remembering right now. So I'd rather have the CC to be able to take care of these guys on without letting them have a turn. Now, Ninja quite a bit helps here because he's going to be. Now, one thing actually that does help if you are going to have this particular team is having all your guys have opportunist here, so they can actually hit harder while someone's in a freeze or a stun, and I believe any type of CC pretty much. So that's going to be important on that side of things here. So kind of cool. Do think about how you're going to be kind of setting the table for your characters' abilities and how they synergize together. I always have loved either a sustain or a control team. So this is kind of the ultimate control team because Fire Knight is kind of the boss where you need control here. Much like the Scarab King, you need a lot of control there, but you also need a lot of high resistance. So that's a very specialized boss there as well. Still haven't figured out a consistent strategy for him, but I've definitely developed a very consistent strategy, 100% strat here. Now, one thing I did do to make this strat 100% was I turned off time dilation for Countess Licks. I really don't want her using that ability at all. Not because it's not great against the ads, it is fantastic against the ads. I really don't want her using the ability here because I don't want her, well, I want to make sure she is, I should say, not using that ability on the boss because I need her to take her multiple turn A1 here on the first go around. She doesn't matter as much to the damage side of things, but I need to make sure that shield gets dropped so Allure can do her thing, and then I really only need her A2 because her A2 is the 3-hit turn meter decrease. So that's huge. Now, besides that, the only other person I fixed in terms of their abilities was I turned off the A2 and A3 for Allure, as everyone's kind of doing now. Because all she is important for is her A1. So I just want her smacking A1, 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 because that's kind of the way to go. It's kind of the only way to go, actually, for her. So super important. Now, persistence here on the bosses, where it halves. So she used to be able to take down 75% of the turn meter, but now she's only taking down like 37, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 37.5. So definitely important to have her a little bit faster, and if you can, get decreased speed out on the boss, so that way we can take down, or we have more turn meter control with the boss. Super important there on that side of things. So yeah, can't go wrong. We're slowly burning this guy down. These guys have way too much health hit points here, and with the frozen, it does take off. It does mitigate 75% of the damage that is being directed at whoever it is here. So good thing, yeah, we turned off time dilation, so that really helps here. We're gonna burn down the boss's shield. Super quick. All right, and then Allure is going to take over and kind of keep this boss in check. Not going to let him take a turn. Yeah, I really wouldn't like to have to use any other strategy than this versus this particular boss here, because it would be very dangerous to let him take a turn, because he does burn down he does destroy your HP with every hit. And then he heals himself, so you'd have to bring in a heal reduction 100% in here. Then it becomes crazy because you have to have still speedy champions, and then champions who can rip off the shield every time. It's just a nightmare. You really don't want to have to go through that. So if you can, if you have Lure, if you have Countess Licks, or if you just have people who can do turn meter control, like a Cold Heart or multiple Cold Hearts, as a lot of people like to do, definitely do it for sure. Now, where Ninja comes in here is right there, where he's putting out all those 80,000s and then the extra hits for like 20,000. So he's doing something like 300,000 damage on the boss with his A2 Hailburn skill, which is insane. And then he does the ignore defense 50% on his A3, which also decreases his Hailburn skill, which is kind of insane. Here you can see that 88,000 on his Hailburn, on his I can't remember what it's called, this A3 there. I think it's called Sill Slash or something like that here. But yeah, you can see he's out damaged Astrolon and Countess Licks both 2,500 damage, plus he put out plus he did some heals with the leech that Deacon puts out, so you kind of can't go wrong. That's a crap piece of gear. Let's sell that, and that's been it for this video. Please like, subscribe, here. And we'll go from there. Thanks so much, guys. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you next time. Goodbye. Let's chat then.